This video provides updated information on State Transportation Improvement Project Number U5974, improvements to NC 68 in High Point. The video will provide an overview of activity on the project since our first virtual public meeting held in October 2020. Please visit the project webpage to view additional project information and videos from the first virtual public meeting. The project manager for NCDOT is Brian Kettner, Highway Division 7 project engineer, and Brian Blackwell is the project manager for a project consultant team from HNTB. At the first public meeting, two alternatives under consideration were presented. Alternative 1 included reduced conflict intersections, and Alternative 2 included traditional intersections. During the public comment period, NCDOT received feedback from residents, business owners, developers, and others. NCDOT reviewed all comments received, and based on these comments, prepared a new alternative that represents a combination of the original two, and is referred to as the hybrid alternative. The new alternative design could serve the projected future traffic demands along NC 68 while also addressing concerns raised following the first meeting. The project team conducted traffic analyses and prepared functional designs for this new alternative, which will be presented in this video. During development of the hybrid alternative, the project team further evaluated proposed driveway access points along the East Chester Drive corridor. This information is shown on the Alternative 3 hybrid public meeting map. The detailed video presentations of the original alternatives can be found on the project webpage. All three study alternatives would widen NC 68 East Chester Drive from 4 to 6 lanes and include a displaced left-turn intersection at NC 68 and Wendover Avenue, Skeet Club Road. All alternatives are identical from Hickswood Road to south of Penny Road. North of Wendover Avenue, Skeet Club Road, Alternative 1 includes reduced conflict intersections, or RCIs. Alternative 2 includes traditional intersections. Alternative 3, the hybrid, includes a combination of RCIs and traditional intersections. Alternative 3 includes traditional intersections at Premier Drive, Piedmont Parkway, Clinard Farms Road, and Gallimore Dairy Road, and reduced conflict intersections at Penny Road, Samet Drive, Mendenhall Oaks Parkway, Willard Dairy Road, Meeting Way, and Regency Drive. NCDOT will acquire right-of-way to allow for future median U-turn crossings. This will allow the traditional intersections to be converted to reduced conflict intersections in the future if the intersections reach capacity and begin to fail. A reduced conflict intersection, sometimes referred to as a superstreet, a synchronized street, or a median U-turn, is a general term used to describe several types of designs that can be used to improve safety and traffic flow on a highway. There are variations to the designs, but they all function the same, by reducing more than half of the potential conflict points or locations where drivers and pedestrians can collide. RCIs include the addition of U-turn intersections positioned past the primary intersection. The distance between the primary intersection and U-turn intersections is generally between 600 and 1,000 feet. The diagrams shown depict an RCI configuration where left turning and through traffic on the side street is redirected to the right and motorists use the designated U-turn lane in order to continue to their desired destination. You are encouraged to view the videos on the project webpage for more information on RCIs, including safety benefits and operations. Evaluating traffic conditions on suburban arterial roads is generally done by determining the level of service, or LOS. LOS for intersections is determined by average delay or wait time per vehicle because of traffic control devices such as traffic signals and congestion that results from signal delay. LOS is characterized by a letter designation A through F, where A represents ideal low-volume traffic moving at free flow speed, and F represents overcapacity stop-and-go conditions. A through D are generally considered acceptable, while E and F indicate congestion that is typically considered unacceptable. As shown in this table, if no improvements are made to the NC 68 corridor, the Skeet Club Road Wendover Avenue intersection is expected to operate at LOS F in both the AM and PM peak hours by year 2040. The NC 68 intersection with Samet Drive is expected to be over capacity in both the AM and PM peak hours in 2040 if no improvements are made. So is the intersection with Premier Drive for the PM peak hour. As shown in the table, alternatives 1, 2, and 3 are expected to provide acceptable traffic operations at all intersections in 2040 in both the AM and PM peak hours. Alternative 1 reported the most intersections operating at level of service A in both the AM and PM peak hours in year 2040, indicating that the RCI alternative will provide the most capacity as the area continues to grow and develop. Alternative 3, which was developed based on public input received, proposes 3 traditional intersections strategically placed within the RCI corridor and is expected to provide acceptable traffic operations in 2040. Project milestones are shown here. Functional designs were completed for alternatives 1 and 2 in June 2019. A virtual public meeting was held in November 2020 to present these alternatives. The third hybrid alternative was developed and functional designs were completed in October 2021. We are currently at the virtual public meeting number 2 milestone. Once the project team reviews all comments received during the public comment period, which closes on April 22, 2022, NCDOT will select a preferred alternative. The environmental document is expected to be approved in 2024. Right-of-way acquisition is expected to begin in 2026 and construction in 2028. Construction is anticipated to last approximately 3 years. It is important to note that these dates are tentative and subject to change. As shown here, project development and design are estimated to cost approximately $1.7 million. Property acquisition is estimated to cost about $19 million. Utilities about $6 million, and construction approximately $48 million, bringing the total estimated project cost to about $74.7 million. Please note that these costs are estimates and are subject to change. The public meeting maps for Alternative 3, showing the current design for the new hybrid alternative, are available on the web page. All information presented at the first virtual public meeting, informational videos on reduced conflict intersections previously presented for Alternatives 1 and 2, is available on the web page as well. NCDOT encourages you to view all project materials and submit questions and comments to the project team. The project map, typical sections, and other materials can be viewed or downloaded from the project website. If you have questions or comments, you may submit them on the project website or send us an email. You may also call the project number to leave a message, and someone from the project team will be happy to assist you. Comments on the proposed project should be provided to NCDOT by April 22, 2022. And don't forget to sign up on the website for project updates.